Black bears and grizzlies in Canada. This is the passage we are going to work on. So yes, true false not given questions till 8th one, right? From 9th to 13th?
Two, more than two, not more than two words, only 2 words.
Okay. Okay, so it has clearly been given what kind of sentences can get true, false or not given, right? So let me suggest you again more clearly what kind of sentences can get these yes, no, not given or true, false, not given. Okay, yeah. For example, if a statement is absolute paraphrase of the idea given in the passage, that must be mentioned, that must be tagged with true. So if the statement is well supported by the information given in the passage, also, should be tagged with true. Clear? Right. False means? True means somehow supporting information. Right? In fact, supporting information are same information. Same information means paraphrased version of the idea given in the passage. When do we have to pick false?
That words, it is there in the sentence, but
wrong information.
Wrong information.
You definitely see, right? It's not only it's not always contradiction. It may also be contrast. Okay, so you will definitely see some sort of information somewhere in the passage, but the sentence given in the questionnaire has been given with wrong information, wrongly presented. The information of the passage is going to be wrongly presented. Such sentence must be, tagged with false. So it must be like wrong information. Correct? Clear?
Yes.
Next. Not given. How about the not given?
It is not given in the sentences.
If you check such sentences meaning, you never say either yes or no. You never say either true or false based on the information given in the passage.
Yes.
Okay, you can't say true. You can't even say false. So although you can see similar sort of wording or same sort of phrases from the passage, but overall meaning of the sentence, never be seen anywhere in the passage. So you can't say either true or false for such sort of statements, right? They must be tagged with not given. Clear? Right. So for not given, what do we have to say?
Not provided.
You can't say based on the information given in the passage, you can't say yes and also no. You actually cannot say whether it is yes or no. Okay? Yeah. That's true. It can be difficult to distinguish a black bear from grizzly bear. Is it true?
False.
So it is not difficult. So false means there must be information to support the idea that it is not difficult. Okay, it may be easy or it may be something else, but you should be able to say it is not difficult to differentiate a black bear from grizzly bear. Show me the supporting information. In the first paragraph, right? Where is it?
Closely related, however, two species are in fact quite distinct.
Quite distinct. Okay.
It means it's very similar, not very difficult.
Okay, this sentence is actually giving a sense like, in fact, quite distinct, quite different. So they are closely related. Both are actually bears. So definitely there will be similar features you can see among these two types of bears. Okay, basically they are actually different bears.
Yes.
Part of confusion. Okay, this is where you can see the answer in Right, you can answer it. Your part of confusion arises out of the fact both species are characterized by considerable color variations. In both species, you can see good number of colors.
Color variations.
They can be in both bears, in the both types of bears, you can see them in different colors. There are also variations in size and weight. Okay, so you can see different things between black bears and grizzly bears. They are somehow useful to differentiate one to another. Okay, yeah, it is. They are differentiable.
Yes.
Right. So using those criteria alone, it is not easy. Yes, this is the proof line. Although you are fully know about such differences, it is not easy to make confident identification because there is a clear reason. A large black bear could be either a black bear or a grizzly bear. If you see a large black bear, it can be a black bear. It can also be grizzly bear. You can't exactly say, even you are fully see clear differences among these two types of bears. Okay, so it could be a smaller one, paler individual as well. It may be paler as well. Okay, even you see this sort of thing, you can't exactly differentiate whether it is black bear or grizzly bear. Although you can see clear differences, size and weight, color variations. Okay, as there are too many different things that you should be able to observe. Although you are fully know about such differences, it is really difficult to differentiate one to another. So ultimately, is it easy or not easy? It is difficult. So what's the answer? True. Although you can see, right, considerable differences, still it is difficult to differentiate one to another. Okay, clear? Next. Grizzly bears have fewer color variation than black bears. So in the passage it has been given. What kind of information given in the passage? Let's answer. Let's understand. So part of confusion arises out of the fact that both species are characterized by considerable color differences, variations. Both species are characterized by considerable color differences.
Here also there are fewer. They told fewer, very little.
But here we can see considerable color variations. So what does this mean? So what can I say about that statement?
Told it not given.
In these two species, you can see considerable color differences. You can see there will be clearly, clearly observe the color differences. They are considerable, significant, in quantity somehow. Isn't that right? Yeah. So how about this?
Not given.
We haven't provided fewer color variations, no? Okay.
Then black, fewer than black.
But it is actually comparing. Grizzly bears have fewer color variation. There is no such comparison given. This sort of comparison has not been given. So among these two, black bear and grizzly bears, we have been clearly given considerable color differences among themselves. But there is no such comparison like grizzly bears have fewer color variations and black bears have more color variations than grizzly bears. There is no individual classification with regard to color variations, right? Given in the passage. So it is absolutely not given. Okay. Any doubt? Yeah.
Black bear is generally heavier than grizzly bear. Lazy bear. Is it true?
Show me the proof line. So what's the question actually?
Black bears are heavier than.
Black bears are heavier. Black bears are heavier.
Grizzly
Yes. Show me the proof line. Black bears are heavier as per the statement given in the questionnaire.
Black bears have short fur, better suited to climb the trees, and in contrast, grizzly bears have longer shoulder.
Shoulder muscle mass more suited to digging than climbing. Grizzlies to forage efficiently for foods which must be dug from the soil, such as roots, bulbs, corms, and tubers, as well as to catch burrowing rodents. So the primary difference between the dietary habits of black bears, grizzly bears is the amount of meat fish are okay. Grizzly bears are more carnivorous, whereas so there is no comparison between which is actually heavy or which is heavier than which one, right? There is a comparison talking about their weight. There any comparison between their weights? What's the option you have picked for this statement? Large shoulder, muscle mass. It doesn't mean,
it's heavier, no? Muscle mass.
It's talking about overall weight. It doesn't absolutely, give sense like that is heavier. One is heavier than the other one. Black bears are heavier. Muscle mass. Why author mentioned this? To talk about their heavy, that talking about their weight. To talk about their weight. No, in contrast, grizzly bears have longer, less curved claws and larger shoulder. Grizzly bears have larger shoulder, right? What kind of things they can actually do? Author, when he has spoken about their digging and climbing skills, he's spoken about larger shoulder and muscle mass. It doesn't mean author has actually compared these two things. Has author compared these two weights?
No.
Weights of these two types of bears? No. So why author has actually spoken about larger shoulder and their mass? To talk about what they can actually do. Somehow we can say they are survival skills or predatory skills or something of that sort. When author has spoken about survival or predatory skills, right? Just spoken about the physical features or something, but author has never compared their weights. So the third statement must be tagged with not given. Next, fourth one.
Fourth one is true, sir.
Both types of bear can be found in forested areas. So, is it true?
Yes, sir.
Of course, this is so easy, you can clearly see, right? Where can I see the proof line?
In that second paragraph.
Second paragraph?
Second paragraph.
Yeah, here we go. Although grizzly bears make substantial use of forested areas, okay, grizzly bears can be seen in forested areas. They also make much more use of large non-forested meadows and valleys than black bears do.
Black bears have.
Okay, so black bears are primarily adapted to forested areas. Black bears can actually be seen in forested areas. Okay, grizzly bears can also be seen in forested area. So we can say, based on this information, you can say both type of bears can be seen in forested areas. It's true. Okay.
Which one false?
Generally, black bears are better at digging. Okay, black bears better at digging. Black bears better at digging.
Black bears are short or better suited to climbing.
Grizzly bears have longer, less curved claws and larger shoulder muscle mass. More suited. Grizzly bears are more suited to digging and climbing, not black bears as per the statement. Is it clear? So the statement is giving black bears are better at digging.
That's it's false.
But in the passage it is given grizzly bears are more suitable for
false,
digging. False, false. Yes, wrong information given. You are right. Next.
One is false.
Both types of bear eat fish in preference to other foods. So, okay. Is there any other preferences given in the passage?
Is there tuber?
So, both types eat fish in preference to other foods. Both types of bear eat fish in preference to other.
I think this statement is not given. Fish is not given.
There is no such information about their preferences. They're just given their eating habits. That's it. It gives something, you know. Both types of bear eat fish in preference to
Other foods. Same type of city.
dietary habits, eating habits. Amount of meat, fish, and root foods eaten. Grizzly bears tend to more carnivorous. Okay, just habits have been given. It doesn't mean they prefer fish to other foods. Can you see such sort of information?
Carnivorous means more.
Carnivorous means
they eat more meat. But
that is actually that's actually about grizzly bears. Grizzly bears tend to be more carnivorous.
It's not given.
There is no such sort of preferences given. Whereas black bears eat more plant material. So, but the statement is giving a commonality like both bears eat fish. Okay.
First of all, black bear doesn't eat meat. It's a plant.
Both types. So it is, can I say false?
Not given.
Not given. Nowhere given their preferences. Right? Problem with a common preference given in the statement, making the statement not given. Next, seventh one.
Is it true? Diet of grizzly bears includes large portion of meat.
Diet of grizzly bears includes a larger. Okay, grizzly bears more meat. Grizzly bears.
Dietary is given.
The same sentence. Grizzly bears more meat.
Larger number of meat in diet in their diet.
Okay. Between dietary habits of black bears and grizzly bears is the amount of meat or fish or root foods taken. Okay, grizzly bears tend to be more carnivorous. Okay, they eat much more meat, right?
So true.
The diet of grizzly bears includes larger proportion of meat, of course. Correct. You can't say anything. Because you can see clear proof line. You can't say any other, false or not given. It must be true.
Both types of bear build a hibernation. Same is false again.
Next. Both types of bear build a hibernation den. Is it true?
It's a false.
False. So both types won't build a hibernation den, or do they build any other? So if you say it is false, I need an information to support both types of bear won't build a hibernation den, or both types of bear build something else which is not hibernation den. If you really want to say, I need that sort of supporting information. Okay. Where is it?
Third.
Is it the passage? Okay. So a behavioral difference between black bears and grizzly bears is the length of time cubs are under their mother's case. Okay, mother's care. Clear. Black bear cubs are born in the winter hibernation den. Okay. It doesn't mean they build it. Does it really mean they build the hibernation den? There is no such information given.
Hibernation den. Build they build or
no. There might be other animals may build. Wait. There is no information that they build hibernation den themselves anywhere in the passage. Okay. Some other animals may build and they may reside, invading or occupying it. There might be such thing as well. So there is no such information given straight away that they build. Spend the summer of following birth with their mother, stay with her in the den again in the fall, the separate. So nowhere given. So it must be not given. And again, it has been mentioned as a parallel between these two. I mean, commonality. It must be not given. Clear? Out of 8 questions, how many questions you have got correct? Have got answers correctly?
5.
Cool.
3 wrong.
Not a bad score. Fair enough. Next. So, which paragraph all these 8 questions have covered up to?
Third paragraph.
Till here, right? So the next subsequent questions will cover rest of the passage, right? Follow the passage order. What do black bears? There has been clear restriction, not more than 2 words from the. Right. What do black bears do if threatened by predators?
Climb tree.
What do black bears do if threatened by predators? Black bears. Black bears. It is about black bears, right? Climb trees.
Yes.
What do black bears do if threatened by predators? Climb trees. Of course, yes. Next, what type of attack on humans is more common from grizzly bears? Typical of means more regular, more common, more standard from grizzly bears. On humans 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 from grizzly bears. More likely to rely on their behavioral differences, variety of bears significantly high. The 2 types of bear attacks: defensive attack and the predatory attack. The former, who is the former? Okay, this is about defensive attack. Occur when hikers are walking into the wind so that the bears don't smell them coming. Walking into the wind. Is it wild or wind? Walking into the wind so that bears don't smell them. Okay, walking into the wind so that bears don't smell them coming. Suddenly notices you. Defensive. Okay, react defensively. Grizzly bear, they react defensively. So that must be farmer one. Right, suddenly notices you. On humans, there are 2 types of attacks, defensive and predatory. So what kind of attacks on humans from grizzly bears? Basically, it is defensive attack.
Defend them and does attack.
It just tries to defend themselves, tries to defend itself. The bear tries to defend itself. Whatever on humans is more typical of grizzly bears. Yes, it is defensive one. Basically, you can write defensive attack also. What are people advised to do if a mother grizzly bear defending cubs attacks them? Okay, in the way of, in the account of protecting its, her cubs, what kind of attack the grizzly bear impose? Grizzly bears impose. So even attack out of response to a possible threat. If they feel there would be a threat, they may attack, that too defensively. This is especially likely if you disturb mother grizzly bear and her cubs, right? According to some experts, in this type of attack, in the way of protecting her cubs, if mother grizzly bear is attacking you, you have to play dead, right?
Like pretend like that. Play dead. Pretend dead. Instead of pretend dead, play dead.
Yeah. So even you played it, there won't be any use, frankly, right? If you can anybody played it, right?
They'll definitely come and do something.
Yes, yes. So,
it's better to.
However, you should not allow your thoughts affecting your answers. Okay, please remember. What shouldn't people? So the content sometimes impracticable and workable in reality, but we have to answer as per the information given in the passage.
But okay. You should not do like that in there.
In reality, you
should not use it practically.
There will be plenty of papers on a particular task. You can't follow all the stuff. You should know what you have to do in reality. Let's move on to the question. What you shouldn't do if a predatory black bear threatens them?
Don't run.
Run or don't run?
Don't run.
Shouldn't do, right? What you shouldn't do? Don't run should be done.
Shouldn't matter not to do.
Yeah, it has already been given. Shouldn't do. What you shouldn't do? Running should not be done. So you have to write run. Don't run. If you write don't run again, don't run is the one you should not do.
You should not run. You should run.
You should run. So you have to write what you should not do. What is given? Show me the proof line. Is it indicating to run or?
Shouldn't matlab answer is run.
So the statement must be given. You should run. No. You should not run. It has been given. Should not run.
Should not run. Matlab is should write don't run, na? So
yes, but the question is asking you should what you should not do. Running should not be done. You have to write running only. But in the question it has been given run. Just write down run only.
Shouldn't run.
Shouldn't run, but you have to write.
Sir, don't run, shouldn't run, both the same.
No. Don't or shouldn't have already been given in the question.
Okay.
Right? You should write. You have to just confirm your response to run. Don't run. What you should not do. Running should not be done. Answer is running. Running should not be done. Right? But as per the information given in the passage, you can't write running, but you can write run. Yeah. You have to write as the vocabulary given there. Run. What weapons should you use to counter a black bear attack? What do you have to do? Black bear attack. when you come across the blackberries attacking one?
Short way.
Weapons. What kind of weapons you have to use? There were no specific weapons given, but somehow you can say rocks. Right. No specific weapons have been given in the passage, but rocks are the one can be used. Shout or what do you mean? Stalk means following slowly before attacking. So a tiger stalks, before attacking, right? That's the one. Clear? Is there any sentence or any word that you couldn't estimate meaning of from the passage? Please check it again.
This one is the rock one and the second one.
How about now? Have you understood everything?
Yes.
Okay. You are so clear about the passage and also the answer, right?
Yes.
It's better to recheck the passage for any misunderstandings or for any sentences or paragraph that you couldn't estimate exact meaning of. We may have a discussion again. Okay. Right. What's the next passage? African coins is one of the easier passages you can do at home, and then we may have a discussion in the classroom. Instead, better to attempt the third passage. Basically, the third passages in your real examination is going to be the most difficult. There will be 3 passages in your real examination, right? First one, as per the examiner's indications, not as difficult as the third one is. The third passage is. Okay, the first 2 passages are not at all as difficult as the third one. Similarly, the second one is not at all as difficult as first one. So ultimately, somehow the first passage is the easier than any other passages. Okay, and it has been clearly been given. So every passage is going to be more difficult than the previous passage. Okay, so which means
further level of
obviously first one easy, second one maybe of medium difficulty level, third one the hardest. Right? Yeah.
Mario game. Every episode